All right, hello guys, and welcome. The Imagine Dragons are here.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Is this insane? All right. How you guys doing? Good? You all right? What's the matter?
Oh, we're feeling good.
Oh, you feeling good?
I think I was just trying to pass some of my goodness off.
Yeah, it's working. So they asked me to do this, and I was really happy to do this because there's a weird. If you guys don't know who I am, I know you guys know who these guys are. If you don't know who I am, I'm on a TV show called Impractical Jokers. It's like a hidden camera show. We shoot in New York. Great. These guys have been on the show, Imagination Dragons. That's right, and that came from him. The reason I was excited is because I believe there's like a weird parallel between our careers because Jokers aired in December 2011, and then Night Visions came out 2012, right? So there's like that good, and I fooled myself into thinking we all been doing this the same amount of time. This is great. We'll come on and do it. This is kind of a natural fit. And then they sent me your stats. And these are the stats that I was comparing myself and a basic cable hidden camera show to for the past decade of my life. And I can't even pronounce half this stuff, but they're saying, look, best-selling rock band of the entire decade of the 2010s. I mean, you guys know this?
Who sent you these?
This is your people. It's so funny.
Wow.
But, you won the Grammys, won a Grammy for Best Rock Performance, record-breaking, only band in history. Anytime you see a sentence that starts with only band in history, it's impressive. The only band in history to earn 4, now how do you say that, RIAA? Do you say it or spell it out?
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Okay. Diamond singles, Radioactive 14 times platinum, Believer 10 times platinum, Demons 10 times platinum, Thunder 10 times platinum. Scored 5 consecutive top 10 debuts on Billboard Top 10. I mean, I can go on, and now I kind of feel like a dick because I really thought that we were going through this together. And it's clear that you guys are on some sort of track that I'm not on. So when you guys hear those numbers, because I know how I feel when what I used to think was impressive, my show, when people talk about how long it's been on and stuff like that, I bury it. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Great, that's great. I don't want to. But those numbers, those figures are insane. How does it even register anymore? Or you guys try to keep it at arm's length?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Bury it deep.
Bury deep.
I think they always seem to. We always get the notification that we got one of those, but it's always we're chasing, something else. So it's we're working too hard to really absorb it. I think.
Yeah, you guys don't take breaks, right?
I mean, we did. We took a couple of years break recently.
Sure. Yeah. How was that? Video games?
Lots of rest.
Yeah. Okay. And then. All right, so you guys don't even wear that numbers, because the funny thing happened to me recently, and I swear I'll start talking about them in a minute, but I was backstage at an 80s hair metal show, and it was Poison, and it was all big names. And a buddy of mine was like, see if they mention how many albums they sold, because those guys from that era all know to the number how many records they've sold. And sure enough, every one of them was 25 million albums in Europe and shit like that. And I was like, wow, these guys really do count it. So you guys aren't of that. You guys don't.
I think it might be systematically being kept from us. Yeah. Got to keep us.
Sounds like our team
humble.
sends it. Our team sends it to everyone but us.
They don't want
to
you
keep us humble.
Okay.
Numbers sound amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to hear always, but it's one of those things that I don't think you can ever wrap your head around.
Yeah.
I think our goal was to be able to support ourselves doing music. That was I can think of it like it was yesterday. Us sitting in an apartment in Las Vegas, a house we were renting, with a whiteboard that we bought from Target, and we wrote goals, and it was make enough money to do art, maybe see some of the world,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, mission accomplished, I guess. That's a hell of a thing. Wow. I had, because I was taking this very seriously, everyone. I wrote some questions.
There's the cards.
Wow.
Yeah, and some
There
of them
they
in
are.
order, and some of them aren't. I mean, we can go randomly here.
Did you number them?
No, I didn't. That's the thing. I have some about us, but I don't want to talk about me. I already talked about me enough. All right, here. This is a question I had, guys. The 10-year anniversary of Night Visions, right? And you guys put out an album with extra tracks. My question to you is, where the fuck did these songs come from? Like, why? Where have they? And I'm sorry. And I know I shouldn't curse. I'm sorry about that. But like, I'm always like, where? If you guys were sitting on 9 extra songs for all this time, how come you weren't just like, let's just put it out as an album, call it something else? And then, like, where are these songs for 10 years?
Well, yeah. So every record we've done is probably 200 plus songs. So we've released maybe like I don't know what the ratio would be there, but very small amount. So yeah, it's always, even this new record, which ended up being a double record, Mercury 1 and 2. It's because it was like 300 plus songs to comb through. So it's always, and they're like completed real like songs. Like I could play you 1, 2, 3, 4, like, but that's always been the process. The guys will send me something, or I will start something on my own. And it's like a journal entry, so it's almost every day out of the year. And it's always been very cathartic for me since I was like 12. That's what I've always done. So when it comes time for the record, then we comb through these years of journal entries and select the ones that kind of tell the story that feels kind of succinct for the year. Yeah.
So what happens to the other 198 songs?
They're just sitting on.
They're in digital purgatory.
But are there songs in there that you know one day will see the light of day? That is unbelievable to me that you guys have that amount of output and then cut it down to that. Like, is there a song that's like in the back of your mind that's like, I can't wait to release this one day? Or is it all like, years after we're all gone, somebody opens your vault and just starts selling them off?
We've already secured the vault status.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a given now. But there are definitely a couple of songs that I personally am like, I hope these come out one day.
Yeah.
The
ones you wrote? Is that it?
Well, yes, definitely. All the ones I wrote, I mean, coincidence, but also maybe a couple others.
The thing is that all those songs have
big of
to
you.
compete against whatever song we happen to be working on and writing at the time, and it's hard to like look at something old and be like, this is better than the new shiny thing that I just made. It's like, sure. And our sound, and our experience keeps on evolving and growing. So I think that it's less representative. The farther away we get from a song, the less representative it is of where we are now. So maybe down the road when we feel like we've gotten to a point where it's time for an Imagine Dragons retrospective album or something.
A box set.
Yeah. But until then, we really enjoy writing music and putting out new stuff. And, Dan is doing a great job of documenting the things that he goes through in lyrical form. So we just keep on pushing forward.
Wow, that's crazy, because on Jokers, we don't waste anything. We're like Native Americans. We're like every part of the buffalo is getting used because, so I that's mind-blowing to me. Wow, okay. So all right, so that's it, 10 years anniversary. So you just said something interesting. Those songs are in the past, or they represent a time of your life that's in the past. So what is it, do you guys, like when they say we're going to did the idea for a 10th anniversary album come from you guys, or does it come from like, the man?
That was us. We've been fortunate to have a relationship with our label where, first of all, we really have always kind of chosen our singles, like A&R'd our own records. We have a great team of people who help us, for sure, but they've always trusted us to make all the decisions. So we've always called every decision, and with the art, with the music, with the singles, with the order of songs, with everything, and so we're probably all a little too OCD to let go in any way. Yeah,
we have Sal, who's OCD, and then the rest of us are kind of lazy about it. Let's see. I want to skip a bunch here because some of them are more fun than others. So this is one that I was really interested in. What do you guys have against Linkin Park? Do you guys? Is there some issue with Linkin Park that you guys?
We love Linkin Park.
None.
Really?
Yeah, is that a thing?
Well,
you heard?
no,
I
because
love Linkin Park.
in 2014, you guys did the theme for Transformers: Age of Extinction, and up until that point, it was Linkin Park's territory. They were the Transformers guy. Michael Bay called them up on the phone. Optimus Prime is going to end the movie. We need you to fucking rock out at the end while he's transforming into a truck. And then comes Age of Extinction, and that's the dinosaurs one, which is kind of cool, Grimlock and all that. And suddenly it's you guys. So I gotta imagine that Linkin Park.
Yeah, that's they should have. I mean, they should have done it. They would have done it better, I'm sure. I love Linkin Park. Rest in peace, Chester. Love to him and his family, and yeah, definitely one of my favorite bands growing up. I mean, yeah, like love Linkin Park for sure.
Follow-up question: did you meet Optimus Prime?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, we got to go to the premiere in Hong Kong, and they had built a huge, 5-story tall Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I think we can legitimately say we did meet Optimus Prime.
That's so cool.
And that experience was amazing, by the way. We got to meet Hans Zimmer and work with Steve Jablonsky on that score in Hans' studio. And, I mean, Hans is one of those guys who's got a million stories, and it's always been a dream to work with him. So, yeah, and Steve did an amazing score for that movie with all the dinosaurs. And he told us this amazing story. He was like, check out this scene I'm working on. And it's like all this intense battle music, but it's just like a Ken Burns, slowly panning just landscape shot. And we're like, what are we missing? And he's like, oh, yeah, they haven't animated the Transformers yet. But trust me, it's a big battle.
So did you see the movie and I know that hill?
Yeah, later we were like, oh, I remember that.
And then you're supposed to score to that. So they're showing you, and you're like, it's kind of hard to, yeah. It's visualize the Stegosaurus. It's very,
There's a metal T-Rex there, man. What do you guys do when somebody comes to the table? Because we deal with this with jokers a lot, where we'll, we do the writer's room and we'll talk about it and stuff. And somebody will bring a real turd of an idea to the table. And it happens. There's no way that it doesn't happen. I do it every day. I get excited about something, and I'm like, guys, you guys are going to love this. And then there's it's just a silence. You know what I mean? Or something and we have gotten to the point again, we've been together so long, you guys have that. It's there's no mercy. Nobody's
I thought you were going to say no bad idea.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Many, many bad ideas. Many, but we'll just move on. One of us will say a complete sentence, and the others of us will look at them and then just turn and move into another direction without even acknowledging that. So is that how it is, or is that cool?
Oh, no, we're very democratic. It's very, I think the dynamics of this band that have been really fantastic is when we're in the studio, it really is no bad idea. Everybody hears, but it's different with music, because there probably are really bad ideas being presented.
Oh, yeah.
But with music, it's so subjective. Somebody might say, I hear a xylophone in this crazy rock song or something, and you're like, whoa, that makes no sense, but try that. You know what I mean? It's everything is interesting and there's no rules. And so we really live by that kind of code of
But what if you throw in the xylophone and it just...
Then we put it in and then we say, okay, that sounds bad, and now take it out. Yeah.
But are you guys well, let's put it in, but when he hears it, he's going to hate it. And then all you're looking at...
And in the mix, you just mix it really low. Yeah. It's in there. It was a great idea.
You guys made it.
No.
We xylophone.
No.
That's for a little bit later. So you guys were in Vegas, and no, it's not that good. Really, my favorite question, and the one I wanted to get in quick, was the Transformers one, because of the optics.
Glad to know it's all downhill from
there.
there.
It's all kind of now I'm well, now what? I thought we'd get a lot of stories about the robots, but we didn't really get any of them. No, so you guys, you mentioned before that you were in Vegas, and is it you guys in a lounge? What is it? Talk to me about the early days. And I know you guys probably went through this a million times. I mean, you guys did Howard Stern today, which, by the way, thanks for making me follow the greatest interviewer in the human race.
He didn't have cards.
He had no cards, right? Okay, I have cards.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Thank
Doing
you.
great.
Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good. So walk me through those early days. Like, is it you guys going to a local rock club? Is it you guys in tuxedos in a lounge? Like, is it all of the above? Are you just doing covers?
I mean, we played at casinos. We played at, the outdoor festivals. We played opening for a mime at a shopping mall in Henderson. We did not say no for the first, several years of our career. We took every opportunity we could, and that's how we were able to build ourselves and get the experience of playing in front of so many different audiences. I mean, I don't think that there is a live performance situation that you can put us in where we don't feel comfortable. We've been through it all.
That's great, man. We kind of feel, I mean, it kind of the same way that, and I'm going to keep bringing the parallels to our thing and tell the story about the music video. I don't know if you guys even remember the music video for Radioactive. We were supposed to be in that. Do you?
Yeah.
This is how we met. So their manager is Mac Reynolds, who's Dan's brother. And we were shooting Impractical Jokers in the park. Is he back there? Does he want to wave?
He's somewhere.
He's somewhere else. And he was walking through the park. And like I said, this was 2012. And he was like, he came up to us and was like, hey, man, I manage this band, Imagine Dragons. Would you like to come to the show tonight? And
What a hustler. He did that?
He was
Good
great.
man.
He was with his wife
That's
and
good.
kid. And he told us, and I think you guys were playing the Beacon, or it was something. It was like a smaller theater. And he said, it's the last time that these guys are going to play a venue like this for a long time. So, like, come. Like, this is a big one. So we came, and, we were familiar. It's when you guys were starting to break and stuff. And I came to see you guys, and he couldn't have been more right. Like, the next time I saw you guys was the Barclays Center, which is like 16,000. I don't know what the Barclays is, but that. And I got to tell you, man, you guys played Top of the World that night. And I never told you guys this, but I was kind of going through like this weird depression at the time. And then when these guys started playing that song, and I had never heard it, but it was the first time I ever heard it, it was insane. It blew the effing roof off that place. Like the energy, and like someone turned to someone behind me and goes, "A happy song." And I was like, well, what does that mean? Like, they don't do dark, like, I guess they kind of, I know you guys have your dark songs, but I was like, I wouldn't see it that way. But it was like unbelievable. And something about it made me feel different about myself. And it kind of changed. I was like, yeah, it is a happy song. But it was the energy. And it really kind of got me out of that one song in that one venue, got me out of a funk. And it's like, that's kind of one of the many reasons I love you guys, because, everybody has their personal things to it. But I'm sorry if I'm boring you, bud.
Oh, we did Howard Stern this morning. It was a little early for me.
That's a joke
Apologies.
we do on stage when we're with each other.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
Oh, you'll have plenty more opportunity.
Yeah, oh, great. All right, so you guys, I'm sorry, you guys are doing, you guys are in Vegas. You guys are doing originals, or you doing covers?
Yes.
Yes. Do you guys like doing covers?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that really helped us to understand who we were as individuals musically and our individual musical influences is our first week of meeting each other, getting into Vegas to rehearse, we'd already booked a 4-hour long set at the end of the week, and we didn't have material for it. So we all brought in 10 songs from our favorite bands from the last 5 decades. And we all learned each other's favorite 10 songs from the past few decades. So that, got us to learn each other's, most meaningful influences. And I think it got us to all sort of study what makes, really a long-lasting, pop song. Like it was a study in how songwriting works and how long-lasting songwriting works. Because these are all songs that everybody knows that we wanted to play at a casino gig for people to be able to sing along with. And from there on, I think we all really understood. We spoke each other's musical languages better after we did that.
Wow, that's way deeper answer than I expected to the cover song question. That's pretty
Yeah, you
great.
thought I was getting sleepy over here.
Yeah, no, wow.
And
this guy showed
hot
me.
dogs on sale.
Oh, yes, and also, lots of $1.50 for a hot dog and a Bud Light.
You guys, that's how it went?
That was the O'Shea's deal in the
Oh,
early
yeah.
days.
Well, first, by the way, we glanced over your story, which I thought was really cool that you shared that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
I appreciate
crazy.
it. But yeah, we played at this place called O'Shea's. It was the cheapest beer on the strip, and it was 6-hour gigs, and I think they paid us $400. Was it $400 for 6 hours?
$450, yeah.
$450 for 6. So then we split it, and then
and taxes.
Yeah.
We were happy for it. I mean, that was our steadiest gig for sure. Like sometimes Mandalay Bay would fork over 1,500 or so.
They did do 1,500. I remember that. We were
Those
Yeah,
were
but not
those
as
were the ones.
regularly.
no, yeah.
But yeah, like the O'Shea's and stuff. That was all stuff that paid the bills. We were always like looking forward to our own shows. It was always about our own shows, but we didn't want to necessarily get 9 to 5s if we could avoid it.
Yeah.
So, that's the one thing that's unique about Vegas.
I don't know how I think most musicians come from, a lot of times, like, I think the LA thing, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think they come from money. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, how are you living? Either that or they're working, extra jobs. But none of us had that, so all of us were just broke. It was like, if you want food, well, then you need a gig that's going to pay you money. And when you're playing gigs in the beginning, you don't make any money. In fact, we would lose money some shows. I remember our first show in LA, we had to pay to play there because it was at the Cabana Club in LA, and this promoter, God rest his soul,
We literally went on before doors open.
Yeah,
he made us
before
go
doors
on before doors open. He was like, "Did you sell your tickets?" And we were like, "You didn't give us any tickets to sell." What do you mean? Like, and he didn't. Like, genuinely, we would have sold. We've done it before. Like, we would go out on the street and hand out flyers and stuff. But we were like, "You didn't give us tickets to sell." And he's like, "Well, that's your bad." And so now you're gonna go on before doors.
So
you owe me like
Played for the bands we
$200.
were opening for.
No,
Our manager.
I don't know if they even listened. I think it was just our manager.
I remember him standing in the back, and he was like, he's like, "Just think of it as a band practice."
An expensive band
He's
practice.
like,
I know you probably, I would urge you to answer this as honestly as you can because, I find myself like, is it all the success? All right, from that moment to where you guys are now, is it in anybody's face? Is there anybody you could think of that you're like, in your face, motherfucker, like that guy? Or like some dude that like hooked up with your girlfriend or somebody that, like, I have a list of people that like, when I turn on like True TV and it just says Impractical Jokers from like 6 a.m. to midnight, where I'm just like, I hope he's seeing this, or I hope she, like, it's a small list. There's only 16 or 17 people on it, but that's like, it is in their face. And it's not, look, I'm not saying it's the point of my career. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying it's a very small yet active part of success. So do you guys have that, or is it just
I mean,
What happened, man?
it's
Are you okay? Talk to us.
how much time do we have?
It's more the opposite, honestly. It's like I have a list of people I'm so grateful for that I want to use it as an opportunity to shout them out. And I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I had an amazing teacher at Berkeley, a drum teacher named Jackie Santos, who was the drummer of the Beaver Brown Band in the 80s. And he's got like one of those like, deep pockets when he plays with his snare. He just like, it cracks and you can hear it from miles away. His whole thing was, this is how you want to play if you want to fill an arena. And now for the first time this year, we've been actually able to play arenas. And I'm like, this is this huge full circle moment. Like, Jackie taught me how to do this so long ago, and I can't wait to share with him about, like, thanking him for telling me, like, his experience of playing snare in an arena. And, for me, I'm like, I want to use this as an opportunity to lift him up rather than, like, dragging someone out from the past and then giving their name, more merit.
I've been bitter about people before.
What's that?
I've been bitter about people before.
All right, there we go. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you.
You guys switch places.
Shout out to Jackie, New Bedford zone.
You didn't even wait for anybody else to answer. You just dropped it right on it. Like, no, Q, you're kind of a dick.
No, I mean, yeah, especially in the beginning, everything's weird.
Yeah.
Everything's weird. So you get, of course, there's like people in high school who didn't like you or something.
Yeah, those are the guys.
Hitting you up for tickets. But I to be honest, it's as you get older, it certainly is not like I don't know if bitter was ever a thing, but you're definitely weirded out by it. And as you get older, you're more like, oh, that's kind of funny. But certainly there's a lot of like meet and greets where someone will be like, you dated my my cousin Stacy, and you're like, I know who Stacy was, and Stacy did not like me, or give me the time of day, and now it's like she's telling her cousins, yeah. So there's that you run into that stuff.
Yeah, and like I said,
but
I know
it's funny. It's funny. You just kind of laugh. You know what I mean? You're like,
That's it.
Tell Stacy it was great first kiss.
Yeah, let me just sign this for to Stacy. Great, nice to see you. Bye. So you guys know, I felt.
Oh, I can relate to the
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the driving force, but there's
No.
definitely like, you know, a couple of people, not from like, you know, high school and before that. I'd say in college, you know, when I was struggling to try to be a jazz musician that, you know, wasn't quite as virtuosic as some of the other jazz musicians around me. I think I got a few cold shoulders that, you know, maybe scrolling through the Facebook, seeing what gigs they're playing now, maybe brings a little smile to my face.
In their face. Hey, listen, the heights that you guys, I mean, if you want to name a song in your face, go right ahead, guys. You know, that's great. Yeah, because it is, the Facebook thing's a little, the Instagram thing, it's nice.
You have to have Wayne answer it because he's like.
No.
Yeah,
Yes,
you didn't
come
say
on.
anything.
We've covered the
I'm
whole
curious.
gamut.
No, I'm curious what you would say though.
I don't want to
Be honest.
I don't want to be overly earnest or anything. I'm a little bit more with Platts, just because I think of all the. I mean, I think of your cousin Joe, slaving away, trying to get us gigs, trying to play. Like we've gotten here on the backs of so many people.
You and Platts just weren't bullied enough.
I think of promoters that gave us a chance when they didn't
Mark
have
White.
to. I'm Mac, our manager, who basically took on a band that had nothing and made no money. Like 15% of nothing is nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So we owe a lot to people like him.
But bitter some one time, 2 times. one
I
time.
mean, yeah, you know, Facebook's fun sometimes, but
There we go.
I try to stay away.
Haha, Stacy.
Hear that, Stacy? I thought when I came to see you guys at the Barclays, I learned something about you guys that I was like, it stuck with me because we tour. Like, you know, the Jokers, we do a stand-up tour all around the world, and it's like you guys do something that like shocked me. I was like, oh man, I want to say hello to the guys, and they're like, oh no, they're working out. And I was like, what do you mean they're working out in the Barclays? And like, yeah, they do a workout before each show. And I was like, that can't be right. They have to be avoiding me. Nobody is doing push-ups backstage, but your brother was like, no, they all get together and work out. Is that true?
The band that works out together stays together. I don't know. No, yeah, we definitely. The road is a weird. I mean, when you're living on the road for like years, which we've basically lived on the road for a decade together. Over a decade. You need routine. Yeah, you need routine.
But just
Wait, what did
before
you say? No.
Oh,
No.
Wayne.
Do we have security here? Are we going to take care of this, or?
See, now in
Shots
her face,
fired.
Wayne.
I will take care of it for you. No. Actually, I just started doing Dan's same routine, so I am already seeing results.
Yeah.
And I'm getting there, guys. But no, it's true though, because it's the last thing you want to do when you're on the road is work out. It's just the worst. But once I started doing it, really, it's like I haven't gotten sick for like 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, I always get sick on the road, but ever since I started Dan's workout, available online, but
Not available online.
Yeah. All right. Wow. So you guys really were working out. That was nice. That was good because
True story.
for a few years I was like, they just don't want to say hello to me. No, it wasn't true. Actually, during the show, you came up and hugged me. Like you go in the audience during the show. Dan goes in. He's great into the crowd, which I think is crazy. Those people are nuts. Not you guys. But a lot of other people are crazy. You go right into the crowd, and like it was a sweet moment because you went up the aisle and you're in the middle of the song. You saw me. You went, hey! And it goes, who you watching Practical Jokers? And the Barclays was like, yeah. But then I was like, it was such a great moment, man. It was really nice here. So I don't know how I just want to tell you all the nice things you've done for me over the years. I guess that's what I'm here to do. I can tell you that these are great guys. Like I have personal experience with them that they're just great guys. So I'm trying to get that across. That's one of my things that I'm trying to do. Here.
Can I tell you, you guys? I can't even tell you how many times we do meet and greets, and people are like, I got turned on your band, Imagination Dragons, from like, it's like, all like for years and years. So.
Oh, it's great.
So yeah, we love you guys.
That was actually when so on our show. So Joe left the show. We had 4 of us. He left. Oh yeah, we're gonna do some questions coming up. So I think what's gonna happen is I'll tell this story. You guys are gonna do a song.
We are, yes.
Yeah. And then we'll jump in.
excuse me, sir. There's a lady that was about right over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That has a
She
sassy
said some
mouth.
very mean things.
I'm still thinking
Very
about you.
hurtful thing.
She's like, here's my question. What do you weigh? Not you. No. Oh, no, you look.
I can't see you, but I'm sure you look lovely.
Yes. What's that?
Oh yeah, we do play video games
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. That makes the road way less lonely.
Anyway,
That sounded so sad. Right as I was saying it, it's like,
go play a song.
It does. I was on tour when Fallout 4 came out, and I went from the venue to GameStop and waited online for a half hour, and then bought it, and then just brought it on the tour bus, and that was the rest of the tour. Fallout 4, man, it changes everything.
I know. I feel like me and Wayne have gone over the last couple of years. I feel like we're both losing our interest in video games, and we're like lamenting it. We're like, I still like it. Do you? Do you want to play it? No. Yeah. Now we need to turn to some other sort of maybe a hobby that would make us better.
Working out.
Hey,
I just one more question I really wanted to ask before we get into the song was like, because somebody asked me of this when we did.
Platz is over it. So
I thought I already committed to stand it.
No, it's all right.
I
it's
already
all right.
committed.
You know what?
I was
Don't
going to
worry.
stand with you in solidarity. Just
Yeah,
like
let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, like what is the
we're doing it.
What is the advice?
Oh yeah, yeah. Now we're standing.
What is the advice that you guys wish that you could go? Like, what is the advice that you would give to a band? You got to get this question all the time. I know this is an original question,
advice.
but I think it's an important question. Like for anybody who's trying to do what you guys do, like what is it? What is the keystone to success?
Persistence.
That was my answer. Great. Okay. Well, how you guys ready for a song? Let's get some. You guys aren't starting a band tonight, so you guys don't care about the answer, right? You just want to hear the song, right? Let's do it. What am I doing? Let's get to it.
Hi guys.
Oh, the world makes sense now.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming. Thank you guys for being here. This is what 9 months of tour sounds like. My voice is quite hashed, but we're gonna do a special version of a song that requires a hashed voice, so it works.
Makes it better.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been, oh, the way that things have been, oh. A second thing second, don't you tell me what you think that I should be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea, oh, yeah, master of my sea. I was broken from a young age, taking my soak into the mountains, writing my poems for the view. Look at me, took me, shook me, broke me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the vein, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the pain. You made me a believer, believer. You break me down, you build me up, believer, believer. See pain, let the bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my life, my drive became room. Made Thanks, thirst, and a prayer to the worlds up above. All the hate that they hurt, turn their spirit to a dove. Oh, yeah, your spirit up above. Oh, I was choking in the crowd, biting my brain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground. But my feelings, they were drowned. Never did, never lived up in the flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke open and rained down. You made me a believer, believer. Hey, you break me down, you build me a believer, believer. Hey, let the bullets fly, let them rain. My love, my driving queen. You made me a believer, believer. Now last things last, by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins. Oh, the blood in my veins. Oh, they never been flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke open and rained down. So, you made me a believer, believer. Hey, you break me down, you build me a believer, believer. See pain, let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my driving. Pain, you made me a believer, believer. Da da. Break me down, you build me up, believer. I'm a believer.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Over there.
You guys can stay there. I'll stand next to you guys. Come on, we'll do it. Nobody wants to see you. That was unbelievable, guys. I think some people in the audience got pregnant during that song. That was a sexy version of that song, boys. I don't know how I explain how it made me feel. I'm not alone, right? I mean, that was nuts. Whew. All right, guys, that was unbelievable. So you guys have never done the song quite like that before, is what you're saying? That's because of the pipes.
Nothing to do with the pipes. Oh yeah, I mean no, yeah. One, my voice is really stripped, but two, the guys are all their background is all jazz. So everybody went to Berklee School of Music, and it's fun sometimes to kind of dapple, you know, like to dip a toe in the water. dip a toe in the water.
Yeah, it was something to see, and I see it because, you know, you get to meet a lot of people doing what we do, and it's just like, it's something to see, Matt, like you guys all here joking around and goofing and having fun, and then you guys get behind those instruments, and it's like, you guys are like gods all of a sudden. Like, how cool is that, man? Like, that's pretty sweet. Even you.
Even me. Put enough drums in front of me. There exists a number of drums.
Yeah, that was great, man. Good job, guys. So, guys, that was something else. We're going to go to some of your questions if they have them. They said, I'm hitting on target here. They said 7:58, get right into there. Thank you very much. More cards.
Hey-o.
Okay, let's not start with a depressing one right off the bat. I saw. All right. Okay, guys. All right, we'll do this. No, he won't. Okay, but I like your enthusiasm. Okay, this is a good one. What was the moment that you felt that you, in quotes, made it? Is there a moment? Actually, let me amend that a little bit. Were there stops along the way? What are the breaks that you got? I'm going to take your question over. Like, because I know what my career, like, there were, like, things that you can't see coming that spin you off into another direction. And those, as hard as you work and as talented as you guys are, without those pivotal moments, you're not really going anywhere. Nobody is. So I'm just wondering, like, do you guys have those marked in your brain as those turning points? It seems like you do.
I think Bite of Las Vegas was a really important break for the band. Definitely. Ben, you want to take that one? Because I was technically not there for that.
Oh, yes.
I do know
Bite of Las Vegas.
its importance to the band.
Bite of Las Vegas was we had participated in a battle of the bands at some point. You know, this was back when we were saying yes to any opportunity, no matter how degrading. So, battle of the bands, that we had actually entered in the same night that we had booked another gig that paid for ourselves later that night. So we had to negotiate in the Battle of the Bands to go on at the worst spot. We opened the Battle of the Bands. So we managed to win like second place opening the Battle of the Bands. And second place was a spot like opening at the opening stage for Bite of Las Vegas, where we got to perform at like 11:30 in the afternoon, you know, on a small
Prime
stage.
time.
But the person that was the promoter for the festival happened to be in the audience and caught us play. And later that night, Patrick Monahan, is that his name, for the singer from Train?
Oh, sure, yeah.
He came down with swine flu. It actually hit him really hard.
Swine
flu? So they had to bail day of, and the promoter liked us so much that he offered us the spot on the main stage. So we went from, 11:30 a.m. to 9 o'clock in front of, tens of thousands of people. And that was something that certainly put us, it sort of elevated, I think, our stature as a band in Las Vegas. It was sort of like it made it, that was the moment that we maybe went from a band in Las Vegas to kind of the local band in Las Vegas.
I mean, that is great. And I love that story because, like, it just shows, like, you guys put in all the hard work. It's like, it's that saying. It's like preparation meets timing, or whatever the saying is. I don't know. I read it on a bumper sticker. But, like, you guys, like, without that moment, who knows where it goes? I mean, maybe the same spot, but it's like, I think, like, that's important to recognize those sorts of things. Kirill asks, what keeps you grounded? One, are you guys grounded? Would you say you're grounded? Because I have my moments where I don't feel grounded. You guys say you're grounded, and if you are, what keeps you grounded?
I feel like Wayne's the most grounded, so maybe he should answer that.
I'm the most grounded, really.
I mean, you seem like the stable father or something of the band.
Come, children. What keeps me grounded is probably my family. Another earnest answer for me. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't mean to be this way. I have a dark side. I really do. But yeah, my kids, just spending time with them when I'm not doing this. That's what I'm doing. And so, I don't know.
So family.
Yeah, family.
The real shit. Yeah, I got you. That's a good question.
And getting my pump on. Those two things keep me grounded.
Getting your poke on? What?
My pump on.
Oh, your pump.
Well, that's how we got kids.
Hey.
What?
What did I tell you, Q? Keep it PG. I told you.
You're right.
before.
When they were nice enough to let us put Sal and Joe out for the Imagination Dragons concert, nobody told us not to curse. Like, we had Sal and Joe curse on stage, and like they started cursing. They cut it out of the show because it turns out that you're not supposed to curse on stage at Jones Beach in front of 17,000 people, and they just started going for it, and we didn't know. We felt so bad about that. So I apologize for that. Here's a good one. I think you guys are gonna like this one. This is from Shannon. I like this one. What are your favorite types of shoes/shoe brand?
Veja, they have wonderful vegan shoe wear that is very supportive and lightweight. I almost always wear it on stage.
Nice. Please.
I just like get shoes that are like ninja shoes. I don't know what these are. When I saw them, I was like, these feel like ninja shoes. They're just light and easy. I should give him a shout out.
Should.
Ninja shoe?
Do you even pay for them anymore? Or do they just show up in a box?
No, I
at the
pay
house?
for these. I pay
Yeah.
for these.
Suaves.
Oh, Suaves.
Suaves. Suavemente.
You do like a comfortable shoe. You're a comfort shoe
Yeah,
guy.
I like comfort. I like comfort.
You gotta
I like,
move around.
To be able to move around. I feel like I made a mistake early in our career where there was like one show or something where we had someone who dressed us, and they gave me bulky shoes, and then it was terrible.
I've been so mad at a pair of shoes at the end of a show that I have taken them off on stage and given them to two different people so they could never meet again.
Got to separate the power. Yeah,
That's
I know
dark.
this may not be a popular opinion in New York, but I do like wearing the Trae Young series shoes. Yeah.
Ooh, some.
Don't do it, guys. We'll toss you out. We only got 10 minutes left. You don't want to lose it now. This is okay. Here we go. You guys ready? We're gonna go from shoes to this one, guys.
Oh, geez.
Well, I want to take it seriously. This is very heartfelt, but it is, how does it feel to help addicts like me? I am sober because of your help. That's pretty poignant. Like, that's not something you really make
That's
fun
amazing.
of. Like.
Yeah.
And I imagine you guys hear a version of that a lot, right? Like, people, I mean, I told you my own version of that story, and it's just because you guys create music, which is like the universal language. It's the thing that connects everybody on planet Earth loves music, like whether they like this type or that type. So it is a real human experience, and you guys are the masters of it at the top of your game. So it's like, how does it feel to help addicts like that?
I mean, I would just say, first of all, whoever wrote that, I love you, and you're not alone in that. And many of us have our struggles, and yeah, I think the beauty of music is that it's such a shared experience. Our life is a struggle. Life is a struggle today, this week. Like, it's still a struggle always. So we're certainly not in any place where we're like, we have answers, and let us give you answers. What Imagine Dragons is a constant searching. It's like a constant push and pull. Like, there's days that you're happy and you write a happy song, and then there's days that you're struggling with addiction, or you're struggling with anger or pain or sorrow. And that shared experience, nothing speaks to that better than music. Like, words don't do justice. It's when there's melody, it's magical. It's magical. So yeah, I would just say to whoever wrote that, keep fighting the good fight. Yeah. Hey.
Hi.
Keep fighting the good fight,
It's a choice every day.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. We love you.
So we'll follow that with, what's your favorite? All right, who was a Boy Scout? Who was a?
On my honor, I will do my duty to do my best to God and my country.
Wrong hand.
See what I mean? The father.
If I'm in the
On my
wilderness,
honor,
I'm not going to be the one to start the fire.
Do you remember it? Let's try it.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey
the
Scout law, to help other people at all times, all places, and all things, and to be a good boy. No, I don't know how.
No, what was the other one? It's like, a scout is generous, trustworthy, courteous,
Kind, obedient, helpful, thrifty,
honest.
brave, clean, reverent.
Reverent?
No, reverent's not in there, is it? That's another thing.
We're both Eagle Scouts.
Eagle Scouts.
Or Eagle Scouts.
I got a lot of respect for you as Eagle Scouts because my brother Danny.
You don't have to respect us.
No, I'm gonna like my little brother Danny became an Eagle Scout, and I remember at the time I was like, "You nerd!" I was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, who does this?" And then like,
You were that guy. You were the bully.
no, I never was.
I know.
You know, maybe a little bit, but then as I was as the years go by and I look at it, I'm like, man, how cool that he was an Eagle Scout. Like, it's such a hard achievement. Like,
If only it was cool then. It wasn't
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like, never one day of my life did I meet someone at school and was like, and they were like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, Boy Scouts." And they were like, "Well, come sit at our table." It's like, hey,
I'm
Mr.
pretty
Boy
sure-
Scout, we like life-saving merit badges and.
I'm pretty sure MacGyver was a Boy Scout, and he's pretty cool.
it's the word "boy." If they just dropped
Yeah.
"boy," it
I don't
makes
know.
it
Scouts
weird.
a little.
Man Scouts.
Legend Scouts.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no getting. It's all bad. There's just no winning. No winning.
There's no winning. But
No way I'm going to send my kid to the Man Scouts.
when you put it that way, yeah, I guess that's right. Okay, I think you guys are going to like this one as well. We are Ukrainian immigrants. Where are you guys?
Hey,
You guys, stand up, say hello. I
Welcome.
want to see you. Hi.
guys.
We are Ukrainian immigrants. Came to 5 of your concerts this tour.
What? You're amazing.
I thought you guys would be much more somber.
Not a bad idea.
Thank you for your beautiful tribute. What made you get involved?
Well, a couple things. First of all, it's pretty plain and simple. You know, when people are having their independence ripped from them, that's wrong. So you can watch, and it's the year 2022, and still, you know, there's still tyrannical warmongering. It's really what it is. Like it's ugly. It's really ugly. So we love Ukraine. We've been there many times throughout the years. I think it was like the first place we ever played a stadium. Really incredible, like very supportive people of the band for a long time. And also just beautiful people, great food, great culture, great way of life. And so that was the birth of it. And then we ended up getting in touch with President Zelensky and met with him on a Zoom.
Wow.
Which was incredible. In fact, I feel like maybe that was, of everyone we've met, it was certainly the most like reverence between the band. Like we met like Paul McCartney and you know what I mean, but it was like President Zelensky was like, this is a man who's standing by his people to death, standing for independence and standing right by their side. Pretty, yeah.
It's the type of thing that you hope you have in you if you ever tested like that. And this guy's just out there doing it.
He's the real
Yeah.
deal. And his request actually, I'm glad you shared this because we can share it again today, and we try to share it every show, which is, he simply just said, please tell the people of America not to forget about us. We live in this day and age where words are so, we're inundated with words all day, and so it's very easy to say, well, words are meaningless, and sometimes it feels like that, and thoughts and prayers and all those things, but really what he said was, it matters when people get on social media and they talk about this. And if enough people continue to talk about us, don't forget about us, then it gets in the press. And if the press sees it, then it gets in the politicians' heads. And it pressures people to act. And it matters. So at the very least we can do is continue to talk about what's going on, because it's wrong. And these people deserve to have their independence. And 2, you can also go to U24, which is a really great initiative put forward by the president, where you can actually help buy supplies, buy ambulances that have been blown up. There's a lot of like real world things that are happening right now that you can help with. But anyway, thank you for being here, and we love the people of Ukraine, and independence for Ukraine.
Yeah. Did you guys, just a question for you guys, did you guys go to Veselka? Oh, it's a great Ukrainian restaurant. It's like the best. Yeah, if you guys haven't gone, go. It's like crazy good. I get the stuffed cabbage.
Is it still 24/7?
What's up?
Is it still
yeah,
open
it still is. Oh my
24/7?
God, yeah,
Wow.
it is. It's just the best,
Some
man.
things never change.
She asked you on a date, I think.
With me?
Yeah, she said we'll go together. Did you not hear that?
Oh, I would love to, but thank you, but I'm not man enough. Trust me, I've seen your
He's a
president.
Boy Scout.
Yeah. Wow, this is a long one. I went to a Q&A about 10 years ago, and as an annoying 50, where are you? Sweet. Hey, how are you? Okay, I went to a Q&A about 10 years ago as an annoying 15-year-old. I asked Dan if he missed the rat tail he recently cut off. So as a 23-year-old, I want to ask him if he misses it yet, especially with the resurgence of mullets.
Actually, I have great news. He just decided today he's going to grow it back out. Everyone, isn't that great?
Well, yeah, I have noticed that the mullets are coming back, and that's actually Platzman who started that, for the record. So.
Looks really good.
I try.
And I still have the rat tail. I own it. Yeah.
Ooh, Padawan.
Yeah.
You snipped it off and saved
No,
it?
you don't know the truth is. Never mind.
No, come on, you can't. You can't do that.
Okay. Well, one of my. No.
I'll say
No.
private.
Just someone in the family, someone in my family convinced me to keep it. They have it in a Ziploc bag. They were like charity, one day charity, you know. But I think it's just. I'm giving you a very condensed version.
Yeah,
of this.
I can tell you don't really want
before they
to.
bagged
No. Let's go to the next question.
All right. Well, this one is. She's 9 years old. Where are you? 9-year-old? She went to the bathroom? Well, we'll skip it. We'll come back. When you see her come back, it's not a. Since she's not here, I'll say it. It's not a great question.
Now she has to.
It's just not a very good question.
Now she has to come back to both that and knowing that everybody knows she went to the bathroom.
She did a little manipulation. She wrote age 9. So, how am I not going to ask it?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I got to be a little critical. Oh, she's here. Oh, what a great question. This is a great. Where are you? That's you? What's up? All right. What is your name? Madiba? Wow, that's a cool name, man.
I like the confidence. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
Listen, that was just a little humor about the question. It's just to make the people. I have to justify myself being up here. If I'd known you were in the room, I never would have said it.
Oh, you were in the room this whole time? Oh, that's
Spoken like a true man scout.
Wait, listen, we have time for one last question. You want it to be your question? You want to end it? Come over here. Come over here.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, bud. Let's see if everybody agrees with me about this question. Come on. All right. All right. I'm gonna give you. You want to come up? Can you come up? Are you able to get up here?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a Boy Scout for sure, if I ever seen one.
I didn't even help him. I was just like, can you? All right. First of all, excellent handwriting. And I mean that. Okay, go ahead. You want to ask a question?
And I mean it.
This is the last question. So it's got to be a great one. You have confidence in this one?
Yep.
You can switch if you want.
That shirt goes really hard for a 9-year-old.
It's 2 fists.
Brooklyn.
We're Brooklyn right now. Do you live in
Double
Brooklyn?
tattoos.
Okay. Do you remember what you wrote? Do you remember?
Yeah. Do you like bacon?
Get up! Great question. I take it back what I said about that. That's a great question. Guys, how do you feel about bacon?
Well, as a vegan, I enjoy plant-based bacon.
I am not a vegan. Nothing against vegans. I do enjoy bacon. I enjoy bacon of all sorts. I will say Europe does it not as well as America because it's quite soggy over there. They don't cook it all the way. Americans like it a little more crispy. I will say Waffle House in particular does bacon quite well. But I haven't had bacon in a long time because I'm in a band with a lot of people who don't like bacon. So and we eat together. So
It's just my fatherly instincts. Like bacon is not good for you, Danny. It's got nitrates in it.
the Scout is always
Scout does not eat
non-bacon.
nitrates.
How do you feel? Oh, you want to?
I do enjoy a bacon. And personally, there's a spot in Las Vegas, my hometown, that does a breakfast meatloaf hash where the meatloaf is wrapped in bacon, and that's currently my favorite way of consuming.
How do you feel about bacon, sir?
You like bacon?
I respect that. I respect that.
Would you say it's your favorite of the breakfast meats?
Definitely.
Solid. Okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to wrap it up, unless you guys have anything you want to say. I'm going to put him right.
I would just say to everyone, including this young man, we love you. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you for. Yes. Thank you for over a decade. Is it over a decade now? Yeah. Thank you for over a decade of Night Visions and changing our lives forever. We are incredibly grateful to you guys. And we love you. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep waking up. Keep staying alive. And we'll see you on the road.
Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you to the Imagine Dragons for coming out. Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. Come on. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. All right. I'm going to get you down the stage.